Hey guys, what's up? Yo, Kurama here. Today I'm here to bring you guys my anime review of the anime series known as Kotoura-san. I totally loved Kotoura-san, even though it's been getting a lot of mixed reactions from people because it has a super amazing start, it has a average middle, and some people either love or hate that ending. I personally thought it was a pretty damn good ending, but I'll talk about it a little bit later. Kotoura-san is a 12-episode anime TV series produced by AIC, and it is a comedy drama romantic school anime. And the story is about our main character, Kotoura, who as a child growing up could read other people's minds, and by doing so it caused her a lot of problems because she's just an innocent little girl, and she's reading all these minds of people, and she doesn't know that what she's doing is different compared to other people, and she just spouts out what other people are thinking. Like, some girl likes this boy and she's just like, oh, I didn't know you like, this so-and-so boy, and that causes problems that pretty much all her friends just stop talking to her and start despising her. And that's not all. Her mind reading powers cause problems in her family that her parents end up getting divorced, and just nothing is going for her because this ability of hers is just ruining her life. And that first episode is one of the saddest things I've seen because just like around the first half of the episode, you're just sitting there glued to the screen feeling all these emotions because the stuff that her mother says to Kotoura is just insane, that it hooks you in. But the second half of the first episode, that darkness, that gray feeling that you feel throughout that first half of the episode shatters when she meets our main male character, Manabe, that later on starts appreciating her ability, and they slowly start building a relationship together. And there's a lot of things happening. She doesn't want to get close to other people because she knows what's gonna happen. She might hurt them and they will start despising her, and she's rather not have any friends at all than have friends and then have them despise her later. And there's also other characters like Mifune, who is the president of the club. There's Muroto, who is the president's childhood friend, and also Moritani. And she is a very important character, at least for the first 4 episodes, because that's where her arc and Kotoura arcs happens, and it's just insane, some of the stuff that I don't want to spoil anything because I don't want to ruin anything for you guys. You will grow to hate Moritani, but at the same time, you will start slowly like her, and you just won't know what to feel when it comes to Moritani. And that's what I also loved about this anime. It will get you angry, it will get you happy, it does everything. So as you can tell by the story, this isn't your typical romantic comedy. And like I said, this one has some mixed opinions. Some people absolutely love it, some people hate it because it, in some people's eyes, goes downhill. But I don't believe that. I just think that the first 3 episodes were just so good that it set such a high bar that when it went a little bit average and stopped with a lot of this intense moments for a few episodes, people just were disappointed because their bar was set so high already after the first few episodes. But you gotta go into this with an open mind. Don't set your bar so high after watching the first few episodes because you might not enjoy the rest of the series. I personally loved it throughout the whole part. Even that middle part where people call it average or below average, I personally love that because it had a lot of character development, it had some pretty good arcs, very interesting stories, and I just love the characters and the character interactions, especially with Manabe and Kotaro, because Manabe is a real guy. She could read his mind, but he doesn't care, and he thinks all these dirty thoughts that any guy would think, and probably even more because he knows she could read his mind, and because of that, probably thoughts just pop into his mind even more, and he just can't control it. And I love those moments. It's just so funny, so cute. So the character interaction is definitely one of my favorite parts of this series. The art style isn't my favorite. I don't really like the character designs. I don't really have a biggest problem with them, but they're not my favorite type. They're a little bit too circular. Kind of feels like their faces, their heads are a little bit chibi. I don't know. I'm just not the biggest fan of it, but it doesn't bother me too much. The soundtrack is absolutely amazing. Not the biggest fan of the opening and ending though, but like the background OST from episode 1 to the last episode is great. Also, one of the big conflicts about this whole series that it kind of builds up to is Kotaro meeting up with her mother and their relationship, because there's a big tension between them, and that's how the series ends. It ends up with their confrontation, and a lot of people have mixed feelings about that. I personally thought it was a perfect ending. Some people hated it. I don't know, you have to make up your own mind when you watch it. But yeah guys, overall thoughts, I think this is a must watch. I believe that this is probably gonna be in my top 10 of 2013 anime, because it's such a unique romantic comedy with such a good twist, with a lot of dark moments that a lot of romantic comedies don't have, that I just can't help but love it, and I just can't help but giving this one a high rating as well. So I definitely recommend you guys watch Kotoura-san. Even if you're not the biggest fan of romantic comedies, this is definitely a different one that everybody needs to at least check out. At least watch the first 3 episodes and then decide if you want to continue it. But then again, it's only a 12 episode series. You can watch it within 1 or 2 sittings. So yeah guys, let me know in the comment section below if you guys have seen Kotoura-san and what are your thoughts on it. Do you guys have anything else to add, or do you guys disagree with something I may have said? Let me know in the comment section below. And also, if you guys are gonna check this anime out, make sure you come back afterwards and let me know your thoughts or first impressions or anything like that. Always love reading those comments. Make sure you guys like this video because it helps out a lot and I very much appreciate it. And subscribe to the channel if you guys enjoy these anime reviews and a bunch of other anime type videos. A lot more on the way. I'm Yokurama, and baby, I'm out. Peace.